So, good morning. Anne-Marie, clinical hypnotherapist, positivity life coach, youth and parent mentor, and founder of Flow. And I'm here this morning I really want to speak to those people that have probably watched a few of these videos and maybe read a few of the posts and thought to themselves, that does kind of sound like me. I don't know though, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. And I just want to speak to those people this morning, because I know what it's like to feel that you're on the edge of something, that you're, good morning Naomi, that you really feel that you're nearly ready to step forward, but you just need that last little push that's going to get you to the point of knowing that this is the right move for you. And I want to speak to you really specifically, because I know that in all of everything that you're doing, that I'm just here, one person, just telling you that actually everything's going to be okay, and that this is the time, this is your time to really start taking control of your life in a really beautiful way. And I know that probably sounds like, yeah, but I hear that from everybody, but I want to speak to you because I know what it's like to struggle. I can tell you from my heart, I really do understand the struggle that you're having, committing to putting yourself as a priority, because it's difficult, because you've got so many other things. Thank you. You've got so many other things that you need to prioritize. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your health, maybe it's your bills, maybe it's your situation at the moment, and you really are the last person at the bottom of your list. And yet you're the person that's conducting all of this change that needs to make all of these things happen. So I really do understand the struggle, and that's why I wanted to speak to you specifically. So, you know, when you're trying to move forward and make plans to do something different, you can only speak from where you are at, right? And unfortunately, sometimes where you're at, you've heard that saying, haven't you? You're not able to see the wood for the trees. Everything that you're doing seems to come up against a resistance, because a lot of that is your programming. Maybe in the past you've had similar situations where you found yourself with your back against the wall and you don't know what to do next, and you always seem to survive, you always seem to get through it. But this time you're sick of just making do. You want that life where everything becomes so much easier, and that is the situation, that is the feeling of being in flow. And I'm there, and I'm not saying that because I want to put myself on a pedestal and say, you know, look at me. I'm saying that because I want you to be there too. And it's only a matter of you taking action that's going to take you there. Good morning, Augustina. So when you're in that position of wanting to see a way forward, and people keep telling you, you only need to do this, you only need to do that, that's frustrating, right? And really the only way that you're going to be able to get yourself out of that situation of feeling that everything's come to a standstill, everybody else is rushing past you, everybody else seems to be successful, but you're not, the only way that you can get out of that is to actually get some help from somebody that's been where you've been. That is where you would want to be. That makes perfect sense, right? I'm not teaching you to suck eggs here, but it's actually not just understanding, but accepting and making that choice, taking that action to move forward. And so I've just written down a couple of things here. So one of the ways that you can do that is you can go back through some of the posts that I've given, because I've given a lot of information about how you can get yourself in that flow moment, how you can just disregard everything that's happened in the past and actually start focusing on what you want in the future. How many times do you do that in a day? How many times do you do that in a year? When is the last time you wrote goals? Is it something that you do that's familiar with you? To you? And that's what I'm saying about learning these different ways to be able to move yourself forward, because what you do know is in order for you to get something different, you actually have to do something different. Which brings me to my second point. I had such an amazing, illuminating conversation yesterday with someone I've known over 25 years, and it was illuminating because I realized how far I've come in my journey to be able to do things differently and see things differently. And so therefore my whole world has changed. And speaking to her and having a conversation took me back to where the beginning of my journey. And let me just tell you this, 10 years ago it came up in my Facebook feed. What a fantastic diary Facebook is. 10 years ago almost to the day, March the 26th, I actually arrived back in England. 10 years ago, I was living in Germany. I was living in Germany and I was actually homeless. And I had 3 children. And I was trying to pay the bills. And I was living off of food vouchers that were given to me by the German government. I didn't have any other money. And I really wanted to come home. And at that time, I wasn't thinking about setting goals. I wasn't thinking about being a successful entrepreneur. And I certainly wasn't thinking about being a clinical hypnotherapist. Those things were the furthest things from my mind. They weren't even in my hemisphere. My only thoughts were, how am I going to get out of this situation? And I cried, and I constantly cried. Every single day I cried. I tried not to let my children see me, but they knew. They could sense it because children are very sensitive to their mums. And if anyone had come up to me at that point and said to me, guess what, Anne-Marie, I've got this fantastic formula for you to be able to live in flow, for you to be able to just see happiness every day, for you to be able to reset your mind every time you get into that slump, to reset your mind so that you constantly are in this level state of happiness and flow. And from that place you will see more flow come, because like attracts like. And these are some of the things that I teach you on that workshop day. But like does attract like. Have you ever noticed miserable people attract miserable things, and happy people seem to have everything? Is that a coincidence? Have a think about that. Because when I started seeing different things differently, that's when my whole life started changing. Jasmina, good morning. I'm coming to be with you, and I'm very, very excited to come and being with you this afternoon. And I'm going to be talking with Jasmina on Wellness TV this afternoon about flow, because I want to share it with the world. I want to be able to see because happy people make other people happy, and hurt people, they hurt other people, don't they? So we don't want that. We don't want that for the people that we love. We want to continuously give love, give happiness to others, so that it becomes a ripple effect. So back there 10 years ago, when I was actually talking about, you know, there were many times when there were dark corners, and I have to tell you, I thought seriously about doing not being here anymore. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. There were times when I felt like that. And I was not thinking about being in my flow. In fact, if someone had actually said that to me, I probably would have been quite offended. Look at me, I'm in this position, I'm homeless, I've got 3 children, I'm in a country that I don't know, I'm trying to fend every single day. If anyone had ever said to me, I'm going to teach you about flow, I would have told them, you know what, God, I wouldn't have been very polite, would I? So I can understand when I'm talking to you and saying to you, but you know what, there is a way out of this situation. There is a way that I can show you, because I've been there, that will take you beyond your current comprehension, that will take you out of this current situation, because this is not you. This is just a moment in time. And there is beyond this, and beyond this there is happiness, but there is a little bit of work to do. And I want to do that work with you, and that's what this flow workshop is about. Now, when I was speaking to my friend yesterday, as I said to you, this friend of 26 years, and we were talking, and I was explaining some of the philosophies and ethoses that I've put into this flow program. Do you know what? She started to see possibility. She started opening up. She started asking me questions. And this is a person that I have admired for the whole of the 26 years. She was the one that helped me to get back to England. She started asking me questions about, I think I'm ready to do that for myself. I think I'm ready to think differently. I think I'm ready for a new life. And I can't tell you how overjoyed, happy, and really, really not flattered. Flattered's not the right word. I was just really grateful that she could see the transformation in me enough that she wanted to invest in it too, that she wanted some of the happiness that she sees in me every day. I've got to tell you, people, and many of you on here know, when you can give that to somebody, absolutely priceless. To give the gift of joy, to give the gift of hope, to give the gift of happiness to other people is truly the most magnificent gifts that have been given to me that I am able to pass on. And that really is 100% about what this flow program is about. It does move me to tears. It does make me emotional, because I know what it felt like when people started reaching back and putting their hand out to me and saying, come on, Anne-Marie, I can help you in this way and I can help you in that way. And little bit by little bit, those small changes that I made And it's only ever small changes. So don't be scared. Don't think, wow, I'm going to go on this program. She's going to open me up like a can of beans and everything's going to pour out and I'm not going to be able to stop crying because I've held those tears back for so long. I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. But what you've got to remember is there is going to be 20 other people there on the same journey as you. And yeah, I can't lie to you, you will cry tears. But these will be tears of relief. These will be tears of letting go. And they'll also, by the end of the day, we're going to have a whole day together. We're going to have lunch together. I can tell you now, there will be tears of happiness. There will be tears of really... You're going to think from a place that you've never thought before because you're going to be open to be able to be doing that. So there are going to be so many firsts for you on that day, the 20th of April. So many firsts. You're going to be able to make plans like you've never made before because you're going to clear some things away that have been with you for so long that you thought they were part of you. They're not part of you. They were just circumstances that ingrained their way into your thinking and created a program that made you think a certain way and act a certain way. But they're not you. That beautiful inner you that only wants the best for you, that is dying to come out and be happy and spread love and joy and happiness to everybody and everything, is waiting to come out. And I know that because you're watching this video. And if you're watching this video, there is something in you that's calling you for change. And it's not going to be as difficult as you think. Shall I tell you what the hardest bit for you is going to be? Really and truly, the hardest bit for you is going to be saying yes. The hardest part of your journey from today is going to be right now when you say, yes, I'm going to do that. Yes, I am a priority. Yes, I am significant. Yes, I am unique. Yes, I deserve this. Yes, this is my time. And right there, it's the hardest thing you're going to do because the rest of it is just going to flow. And that's what the program is. Just let it flow. So I very quickly jumped on to share that with you. Thank you for spending time with me. Going over to be with Dr. Jasmina this afternoon to spread some more love and joy. Might do a little video from the Hippodrome. Who remembers the Hippodrome? Come on, you must have danced there at one point. I know you did, Paul Byrne. And this evening I'm live with Brandon Blockpool. So I hope you pop on and say hello. I'm so enjoying my journey and I will be so much happier because remember, giving love creates love, makes you feel more loving. I'll be so much happier when I see you on the 20th of April and we can share some of this joy together and we can start that journey to your fabulous future, which is just the other side of yes. Thank you. See you all soon. Bye.